All right, folks, welcome back to the Roger G. Taylor Arena for Hurricanes men's basketball alongside my tag team partner, Avon Thomas. I'm CG Craig Green. Thanks again for tuning in to Louisburg Hurricanes men's basketball. Hurricanes looking for a little measure of revenge back on January 30th, just almost 4 weeks ago. In Fayetteville, they dropped a game to their opponents tonight, the Fayetteville Tech Trojans, by a score of 97-82, a game where the Hurricanes got off to an extremely slow start, and that caused them to have to play catch-up for the entirety of the ball game. Avon, your thoughts on the Hurricanes this evening? And again, when you look at the box score from the first contest, what sticks out to you when you look at the box score?
The box score last time, just like Coach Bagwell said during halftime of the girls' game, you can look at the box score and automatically tell that Fayetteville Tech was the more physical team. They had more drives. They had a better free throw and shooting percentage. And it kind of came out and got right to what the Hurricanes wanted to do. They started to do it themselves. Just like Coach Bagwell said, they barely had a cut where they were getting bumped. And Fayetteville Tech is a very tall, very physical team. So I'm looking tonight for the Hurricanes to come out and try to match that physicality. Like the girls' game, we have a big crowd. We're going to have a lot of Louisburg faithful cheering the team on. So I think they can hop on the backs of the fans and get a win out here tonight if they just execute.
That's what the Hurricanes look to do here in this ball game tonight. They look to get off to a better start than they did. And also tonight they will have the return of Robbie Knotts back to the rotation. Robbie Knotts missed the last 2 weeks with a lower body injury. And we're going to go to the starting lineups, and we'll send it here courtside to a familiar voice that you'll hear doing the starting lineups for Fayetteville Tech. Starting lineups for Fayetteville Tech: Cameron Burns, Xavier Whitaker, Travian Lewis, Ray Mitchell, Jaden Dunn. And now we'll hear the starting lineups of Louisburg College. All right, there's a starting lineups for the Hurricanes, led by head coach Brian Bagwell, Donovan Majette, Isaiah Smith, Christian Hodges, TJ Brown, Nehemiah McDonald. Hurricanes this season, again, a loss 97-82 back on January 30th to these same Fayetteville Tech Trojans. Mitchell and McDonald in the center. And the ball goes up, and it's basketball time.
Now, the one person I'm looking at for Fayetteville Tech is Ray Mitchell. Number 35, Kevin Durant fan. He plays just like him, too. Tall guy who gave the Hurricanes 20 points the last time they played, and he just got a rebound there. So I feel as if it's very important for the Hurricanes to make sure he doesn't get all of the easy buckets that he got the first time these two teams played.
Hodges misses the first attempt for the Hurricanes. The officials in tonight's game, Davis Durrett, Brandon Ingram, Alex Langley in the first bucket to Ray Mitchell, the aforementioned out of Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Yep, and he can, anytime he's in the paint, he can almost market a bucket almost every time. And the Hurricanes know a little bit too much about that, but they do have some reinforcements back tonight. As we know, the Hurricanes have had a very injury-riddled season. Jay Braswell is still out as we speak, the starting point guard. So it's going to be important for the Canes to be able to play together tonight.
There's T.J. Brown with his hands on it. And Isaiah Smith had shot erased by Mitchell. The help defender came over. Very nice block by Mitchell. And now Jaden Dunn, the former JCC Jaguar, now suiting up in the black and gold of Fayetteville Tech. Cam Burns trying to find one of his teammates, 10 on the shot clock now. And that's Whitaker.
Whitaker also had, he just turned the ball over that time, but Whitaker also had 20 the last time these two teams faced off, and he had a very good shooting game. So the 1 and the 4 combo for the Trojans is going to be very important for their success tonight, and it's going to be a very good matchup between Nehemiah McDonald and Ray Mitchell.
We have got a packed house here for this second of 2 basketball games tonight. And the Lady Hurricanes, in dominant fashion earlier tonight, took the Lady Trojans to the woodshed, an 87-61 pounding at the hands of Louisburg College, the 16th ranked team in the country. And now the men's team looks to do the same here and looks to avenge a loss against Fayetteville Tech back on January 30th. Here's Donovan Majette, high off the glass. Dunn clears the boards.
You know, I like to say that Majette is the engine that keeps this Hurricanes team running. He's a do-it-all player, so I feel as if they play as he plays.
Nope.
I'm sorry about that, see. Another turnover that time for the Trojans. That's 2 early ones, and that's a good sign for the Hurricanes. Maybe the Trojans will come out and be a little sloppy so the Hurricanes can jump up and get a nice lead.
And slow start for both teams. First 2 minutes and change into the game, only 1 basket scored.
Isaiah Smith had 20 the last time these two teams played on a very efficient night also, so we can look to see if he can get going as he has the ball right here at the top of the key.
Smith makes his move, 7 on the shot clock, in and out. Mitchell clearing the boards for Fayetteville Tech. Whitaker all the way to the basket, blocked by Hodges. The help defender, Hodges, the sophomore, the redshirt sophomore, making his presence felt. And now T.J. Brown against Whitaker.
T.J. Brown is looking to make Whitaker play some defense tonight because Whitaker is the leading scorer on Fayetteville Tech.
Burns running the floor for the Trojans, and Majette with the takeaway. Here comes Louisburg. They've got numbers. Brown. Pass a little too high, and it's going to go down into the tunnel.
I'm thinking that this big crowd has both teams a little shaky to start the game. Several turnovers so far for both teams.
The juice is flowing early on. Again, remember both men's team from Fayetteville and Lewisburg were eagerly cheering on the lady counterparts earlier on tonight.
Absolutely.
And Lewisburg's Lady Hurricanes, again, a dominant win over Fayetteville Tech early on. Mitchell gets his own offensive board, 2 chances, And Nehemiah McDonald with a rebound. Again, just 2 points on the board, 3.5 minutes into this first half.
And I see Coach Deshaun McCain, Coach Brian Hurd, and Assistant Coach Deshaun McCain is over there bringing in their second leading scorer, Caleb James, almost immediately after this sloppy start.
Brown with 8 on the shot clock. Majette guarded tightly on the perimeter. Majette, little stutter step. Hodges nearly had the second chance, taken away by Burns. And here we go, 4 minutes in, 16 left, and still just 2 points on the board. Again, a slow start by both teams and kind of a prodding start, and a foul called on the floor.
Oh, nope, called a travel there.
They did call a travel.
I feel like this is a very good timeout because both teams need to definitely chat with their coach so they can get some of these jitters out for this sophomore night.
Keys to this game tonight for the Hurricanes, from your perspective, Avon Thomas.
For the Hurricanes, like I said, the last time they played, Ray Mitchell and Xavier Whitaker were virtually unstoppable. Both shot over 50% from the field and both had 20 points. I feel as if they are the engine that keeps the Trojans going. I also think that they also have another great scorer in Caleb James, who just came in. He started the last game against the Hurricanes, but he just entered the game now. I feel like defense is going to be the key for the Hurricanes tonight. First time these two teams played, Fayetteville Tech put up 97 points. And I feel as if Louisburg's defense is way better than giving up 97 points to anyone. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can strap up tonight. They put up 82 points the first time these two teams played, so it's not like they couldn't get their own baskets. It's just up to the defense, and I feel like that's going to be a key. I also feel like the key X-factor matchup tonight is going to be Ray Mitchell against Nehemiah McDonald. Both of the superstars going at it, guarding each other immediately, so it's going to be a good one. But don't get me wrong, that Isaiah Smith and Xavier Whitaker matchup is going to be awesome too, so it's going to be a good game. And I feel as if the Hurricanes have something to prove.
Hurricanes have felt the injury bug to a major effect, and it's really hindered them here in the month of February.
Absolutely.
Hurricanes 1-6 in February right now. Their only win over Southwest Virginia back on Valentine's Day, the Play for K game. They've lost 3 straight since then to Bryan and Stratton, Cleveland, and then Catawba Valley on Monday. And again, looking to close out their schedule tonight. On a positive note, Nehemiah McDonald off the glass, off the rim, no good, and Burns with the rebound.
And I'm glad you brought that up. The Hurricanes were 11-9 and one of the top 4 teams in the Region 10. But this injury bug has hindered a lot of momentum they had going on this season as the Trojans just hit a 3 from the corner there.
That was Armand Benitez who came into the ball game out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he's knocked down a 3. McDonald tried to answer, but he stepped on the baseline, and Brian Hurd and his whole bench was all over it. Hurricanes with a turnover, still with a goose egg.
The esteemed Brian Hurd against the very chill and laid-back Brian Bagwell. This is going to be a very good contrast of coaching styles here.
Bagwell, to your point, back on Saturday got a technical foul here at home against Cleveland. Again, in a very close game, an 86-80 loss by the Hurricanes.
And, you know, Bagwell is usually calm, but we have seen that switch get turned on, for sure.
And he is a fiery, passionate coach, and his team definitely tries to mimic that identity.
Absolutely.
We talked about the mental toughness tonight that it will take and out-physical the Trojans if they want to win this game. Hodges the last to touch it, Fayetteville Tech basketball.
A couple more subs coming in for Fayetteville Tech right now. Coach Hurd is hitting his bench early, and he likes to also hit his bench very often.
Ivy in the game. Dunn comes back in, as well as Caleb James making his first appearance. And they'll join Lewis, and looks like that's Zakimius McLean out there wearing number 5, staying on the wing. And McLean, actually that was Benitez, correction. Benitez for 3. No.
Fayetteville Tech, one of the top rebounding teams in the Region 10 of the NJCAA. So that's going to be another important thing for the Hurricanes.
Welcome back, Robbie Knotts. He's got his hands on the basketball, and he was injured in the game against Davidson Davey.
And do they ever need him? Very good defender, very strong, athletic player for the Hurricanes as they try to go for the Region 10 championship.
Last touch by Dunn. And 20 on the shot clock for Louisburg. And again, 6 minutes and change into this first half, and they still have not scored yet. Again, a very, very slow start, but again, it's not like Fayetteville Tech's running away with it either. Here's Barnes, now gives it up to Knotts. Knotts had a knee injury, and now he's back. Well, behind the back dribble. Knotts had to pick it up. Hodges with 7 against Lewis, and off of Hodges, and it's Fayetteville Tech basketball.
Interesting call there as Hodges tried to dribble around Jaden Dunn, the former Jaguar from Johnson Community College, but Dunn, with the smooth and quick hands, knocked it right off of him. Trojans ball.
Fayetteville Tech, 15 and 11 on the season. They are 6 and 6 on the road. Jaden Dunn for 3. McDonald with the boards.
Good rebound by McDonald. I feel like that'll be key with his matchup with him and Ray Mitchell tonight.
Hurricanes at home 7 and 7, so something's got to give tonight. Hurricanes looking to go above 500 at home. Fayetteville Tech looking to go above 500 on the road.
And it's a season of what could have been for Coach Bagwell and the Hurricanes. Some of the most reliable players on the team going down at the most inopportune times this year for the Hurricanes. I know Bagwell is ready to see, now that he has some reinforcements back, I know he's ready to see how deep they can go in the NJCAA Region 10 playoffs, or a tournament, as I should say. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see how they can come out.
Majette for 3. Still a goose egg for the Hurricanes. Mitchell will save it.
I guess that rebound will go to Mitchell. That's 4 rebounds so far for Ray Mitchell. Unofficially.
Reaching that time, it's going to be McDonald with the foul.
First foul on McDonald. And so far, unofficially, it's a 7-1 rebound advantage for the Trojans. That's something that they definitely took advantage of the first time these two teams played.
Ball slapped in the backcourt. No backcourt violation. Jaden Lyles with it, 6 and 5. Ivy launches one and gets fouled about 30 feet away from the basket, shooting a 3.
Yep, Cameron Barnes, he let his competitiveness get a little bit too much in his head that time with the foul. It was a noticeable foul. And now we have Braden Ivy going to the line for 3. Jaden Lyles, who almost lost the ball at that last possession there for Fayetteville Tech, is also a former, he also played for another Region 10 team as he went to Southwest Virginia last year. That first miss got the faithful loud.
I think they feel like it's a ball don't lie situation, and he missed a second.
Uh-oh. Might be onto something here with those baseball players at it again. Right behind the goal post.
One of 3 at the line for Ivy.
It's interesting to see how Fayetteville Tech is going to be able to handle this hostile crowd. As we all know that the Region 10, it's hard to get a crowd like the Louisburg College due to the fact that they do have a campus.
McDonald couldn't handle the pass from Knotts. Knotts made a really crafty move to free himself up. McDonald waiting for it, just couldn't handle it.
The pass was so smooth, he couldn't believe it. He's like, wait, no way, you really got it here just like that? But hey, you live to play again.
We are 8 minutes in, and we only have 6 points on the board. All 6 of them belong to Fayetteville Tech. Good defense at the rim by the Hurricanes, and now Mitchell finishing on the second chance.
That's rebound number 5 unofficially already for Ray Mitchell. And one of my keys before the game was for the Hurricanes to compete on the boards, and so far that has not been the case as we go to a timeout.
Hurricanes lead or trail early on and looking for answers. We played 8 minutes and 5 seconds of this ball game, and the Hurricanes still with a goose egg on the board here on sophomore night. Avon Thomas and yours truly, CG Craig Green, here from the Roger G. Taylor Arena, second half of the Hurricane doubleheader here on sophomore night. Again, the Lady Hurricanes, big victory early on, and at halftime we will talk to head coach Dennis Gaskins of the Lady Hurricanes, get his thoughts on the basketball game, his sophomores, and what's to come in the Region 10 tournament.
And if you're just tuning in, the first game between these two was high scoring, 97-82. Both teams are shooting basically over 45% from the field. This game has been the complete opposite. It's almost 10 minutes into the game now. No team has 10 points. Ray Mitchell at the free throw line with an 8-0 lead for the Fayetteville Tech Trojans.
And Mitchell is a 64% free throw shooter. He's looking to convert the three-point play after the foul. And Mitchell can't convert. Rebound comes to Barnes, and Hurricanes again looking to get on the scoreboard here. It's a scoring drought of over 8 minutes. Smith, Majette being chased off the three-point line. Fade away by Majette. Still a goose egg on the board.
And that's his shot. You know, I've seen him hit that shot numerous times. It's just not going down right now for the Canes.
That shot was flat, but then the putback by Lyles, and now the lead is 10. Barnes!
There we go.
To the bucket. Counted in the foul.
Cameron Barnes, the 6'3" freshman, with a little excitement to see if the Canes can get everything going, get their ducks in a row. The lid is officially off of the basket.
Foul on Lyles, that's his first. And Barnes converts the three-point play. The Hurricanes now got Brown back into the ball game. Hodges alongside Majette and Isaiah Smith. Will dump off inside to Mitchell, and Mitchell looks like it was slapped out of his hands. 17 on the shot clock for the Trojans, and again, they do have the size advantage. James out there as well, 6'6", long player out there with Mitchell, who stands 6'7" and some change. 15 on the shot clock. James forced way out. Ivy tried to jump it off. It ended up in the hands of Isaiah Smith. Here come the Hurricanes. Smith against the defensive Mitchell and scores Isaiah Smith.
And Smith had his way the last time these two teams played with 20 points. He's definitely someone who knows that he can get the shot that he wants against this team. And to be honest, you know, overall, Fayetteville Tech is a bigger team, but he is outweighing and out-hiding his counterpart at the moment, who is Armand Benitez.
Yeah, it was Benitez who missed the triple. 1 and out for Fayetteville Tech. Brown. Mitchell got a piece of it. Second chance. Here's Hodges. Hodges with 2 chances. Contact, no call. Looking at the official, the whistle swallowed. Here comes Fayetteville Tech. Shot deflected that time by Barnes. Up and down the floor they go. Barnes stops, pops, and Ivy clears the boards for Fayetteville Tech.
And the Hurricanes are playing very good defense. This is shaping up to be a very low-scoring, grinding-out type of game. And the Hurricanes really need this game. See,
Hodges just runs right into Ivy, and that'll be a foul on Chris. Chris, a redshirt sophomore, again being celebrated here tonight. Also wanted to remember the passing of his dear friend as well. He's been through a lot, you know, redshirted last season and came back this year in tremendous shape. And he has been a spark and then some for Louisburg this season. Again, a 6'3" player playing in the low post. He can shoot threes. He can play defense. 5-second call. Hurricanes great defense as Barnes got the jitters and held on to it for a half a second too long.
This is the electricity, and this is the intensity that Bagwell was talking about earlier when he said he wants his team to come out and match the physicality of the Trojans. And so far, so good, and now the game is very close. 2-possession game here in the first quarter.
10.5 gone.
First half, I'm sorry.
And Hurricanes looking to get within a possession. That pass tried to thread the needle to Smith, and just a little disconnection on that. Turnover for the Hurricanes, and now Fayetteville Tech takes over. They've got Dunn, they've got Burns, Mitchell, Whitaker, and also looks like Lewis is back out there as well. And a long three-pointer knocked down by Xavier Whitaker out of Rocky Mount.
And Xavier Whitaker is a very efficient scorer, 17 points a game on 47% shooting. He also shoots 35% from the field and 82% from the free throw line, so he can fill it up. That's somebody that the Hurricanes will have to watch out for tonight.
Smith had to pick up his dribble against Lewis. McDonald, fadeaway. Hodges working hard down low against 3 or 4 Trojans, and he's fouled.
Good rebounding by Hodges tonight.
He has been a workhorse of epic proportions for Louisburg. I mean, the man never gets tired.
Absolutely not. And the thing about Hodges is he missed some time also this year, as well as Robbie Knotts, man. I'm telling you, the Hurricanes have been banged up. They are way better than that 12-15 record indicates, I promise.
And if the Hurricanes can stay healthy going into Region 10, who knows what can happen. Again, the return of Robbie Knotts, a major boost to the rotation for Brian Bagwell. And second free throw for Hodges is good, and now the Hurricanes have worked their way to a 6-point deficit, looking for some answers here with about 8.5 gone. Burns all the way to the basket. A block called on Hodges. Hodges thought he was outside the restricted area, but instead it's going to be free throws for Burns. Burns at the line, the 6'3" guard out of Olympic High School in Charlotte.
You got Cameron Barnes versus Cameron Barnes tonight. B-U-R-N-S versus B-A-R-N-S. So Cameron Burns against Cameron Barnes. So, you know, close enough.
What's in a name?
Yeah, close enough, you know, close enough. Barnes, you know. Both freshmen. It'd be pretty cool if they were born on the same day. What do you think about that, Greg?
We all got birthday twins out there somewhere.
Absolutely.
Burns looking for 2 in a row from the line, and he's going to miss that one. He's an 81% free throw shooter and splits a pair, and Hurricanes being doubled up right now by Fayetteville Tech at home.
I think it's really imperative tonight for Isaiah Smith to hit the rebounds and help out his big man.
TJ Brown for 3. Yes, sir. That's the answer you're looking for. Hurricanes get a triple, and now the deficit's been cut to 4.
Very good shot right there by Torrey Brown. Very calm and collected.
Knotts back into the game, collects a rebound.
That's one thing Knotts will do is rebound. There's another one.
Knotts, the putback and 1.
See what I'm saying? Robbie Knotts on the boards.
That foul on Whitaker.
That's 4 boards so far unofficially from Robbie Knotts, and he hasn't even been in the whole 13 minutes. So, hey, so far so good.
We've hit the under 8 timeout. Hurricanes back within 2. This is Louisburg College Hurricanes men's basketball. If you're watching online, again, apologize for any connection issues you may be experiencing. It is not you. There are some connection issues here in the building, and we apologize for any technical issues you may be experiencing while watching tonight's game. With 7 minutes and 52 seconds on the game clock here in the Hurricanes, with a free throw coming after Robbie Knotts gets the putback.
And Robbie Knotts has definitely been showing tonight that he is here to play. Like I said, he missed some time, and, you know, hey, when you come back after missing time, you're so eager to play that you come out and have great games sometimes. I've seen it so many times. Off on that free throw right there, rebounded by Jaden Dunn.
And not 60% from the line, but misses. Now slicing inside is Whitaker. Whitaker gets fouled going up, and he'll go to the line for two. And that foul against Brown.
Whitaker is so crafty. Again, he's flirting with a 50, 40, 80 season, 82% from the free throw line, but that's still good. Like, he's one of the most electrifying guards, point guards in the Region 10 right now, and he's out here to show why tonight in front of a hostile crowd.
Whitaker makes the first free throw. On the season, he shoots 82% from the line, and he makes both.
I personally think that this matchup between him and Isaiah Smith, even though they're not guarding each other, the guard matchup is going to be very important. Both of them can fill it up. As Smith right on cue misses a jumper right there.
And Hurricanes down by 4 fought their way back. Dunn nearly carried the basketball. Good look inside, and Lewis, no. Slapped around Hurricanes basketball.
Hurricanes are playing some good defense, and this was not what they were doing the first time they played, 97 points. And I feel as if tonight is one of those nights where the defense is clicking.
Here's Brown. Majette with it. They've been paying attention to Majette on the perimeter. It's the first time this season I can remember that. Majette for three, gets some space and knocks it down. A triple for Agent Zero. Hurricanes back within one. Whitaker. Inside, nice finish at the rim by Lewis.
Very good finish by Travion Lewis right there, the 6'5" sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. He went to another Region 10 team, even though I think that's D3, Louisburg Community College, before coming out here to Fayetteville Tech.
Majette for three. Boards cleared by Mitchell. Here comes Fayetteville Tech up by 3. Whitaker against Knotts.
Good defense there by Knotts to cut him off. You know, Whitaker's trying to get to that, to get to this spot. He almost got there, but good defense by Knotts, who wasn't available the first time these teams played, by the way.
Mitchell all alone underneath the basket.
Wide open. Great pass by Xavier Whitaker, who's averaging 3.1 assists per game. He scores a lot, but he's not afraid to get his team involved. 5-point lead now for the Trojans.
Here's Smith working his way to the basket. That's got to be Jaguars of Johnson Community College a couple years ago, and now he's found his way to Fayetteville.
Very nice, polished offensive score.
Majette against a couple of defenders that time.
That's an unofficial 7 rebounds right there for Ray Mitchell.
Whitaker to Mitchell, and Mitchell finishes at the rim again. Mitchell with 8.
And you can tell that Bagwell has them doubling Mitchell on the dribble. So Mitchell is a very smart player. He realizes the double, and he's dropping it off to Ray Mitchell every time they do it.
Hurricanes still running their offense.
The Hurricanes really need a bucket right here, and almost there.
Bodies on the floor looking for it. Harris was in the area, but the Trojans have it, and Whitaker down near midcourt, and he is hurt.
He seems to be favoring his shoulder, and that can never be a good sign.
All right, we'll take a timeout while they look at Whitaker. We'll be back. Trojans up by 7. A good sign to see Xavier Whitaker make it off the floor under his own power.
Absolutely. Seems as if it was only a little stinger. He's over there working with the athletic trainer right now, and hopefully he can shake back and be totally fine.
And Xavier's mom over there in the corner as well. His mom, Tamala Whitaker, is over there checking on him, making sure he's okay. And hopefully we will see number 3 back into the ball games at some point tonight.
I'm sure he will. He's a tough guy. He hasn't missed a game all year. Oh, wait, actually he has. He's missed about 6 games, well, about 4 games this year. So, you know, he has been a little banged up. So it'll be interesting to see if he will come back in as number 1, Cameron Burns, gets the layup.
3 for Burns in the lead. Back up to 9 for Fayetteville Tech. Hurricanes looking for answers. McDonald nearly had his pocket picked. Working hard against Mitchell and fouled underneath. Will it be on Mitchell? If it is, that'll be his first, and it is. So at the line, Nehemiah McDonald will shoot 2, looking for his first points of this ballgame.
And McDonald playing against his hometown team. As you know, he's a alum of Pine Forest out in Fayetteville. And I'm pretty sure he probably knows a couple of these guys, and I'm pretty sure he wants to win tonight. But a slow start for him so far, but I definitely think he will get everything going.
McDonald 67% from the line, and he makes the first free throw. And perfect 2 for 2 is McDonald. Hurricanes trying to fight their way back.
It's good for McDonald to see the ball go in, and let's see if he can, deliver a little more buckets tonight, as this first half has been very low scoring for both teams.
Jaden Dunn way out near the L and C in Louisburg College. 8 on the shot clock. Lewis. Burns with 4 and 3. Burns. Jaden Dunn, a fadeaway three-pointer. And the boards were cleared by Harris. Contacted in the backcourt. No call, and now there will be one. And I believe that'll be on Caleb James in the backcourt. And we have hit the under 4 timeout. We'll stay right here with it.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, in this first 16 and a half minutes, again, remember, it took the Hurricanes almost 9 minutes to get points on the board, but they're starting to fight hard. They're starting to fight back a little bit. They've been working hard. It's just been, you know, tough to, you know, you talk about the lid on the bucket. That's what it was early on for the Hurricanes. What say you?
Absolutely. And one thing about the Hurricanes tonight that I've noticed is the intensity on defense. That defensive intensity should definitely lead to more rebounds, which was imperative the first time these two teams played. And, you know, now that they've finally seen the ball go in a little bit, you know, it's still a close game. I feel like they got something going here. And, you know, just keep it up, hit your shots, play smart defense, and I feel like they can come out with a win tonight. But Fayetteville Tech is not a slouch at all.
Yep.
Ray Mitchell, for instance, he has an unofficial 7 rebounds already. So he's clearly working on a double-double tonight after having 20 points and 13 rebounds the last time these two teams played. It's going to be interesting to see how much they can get him involved, that he will not be in the game right now. And, hey, he's not in the game. I feel as if him or Whitaker isn't in the game right now. This is a good chance for the Hurricanes to go on a run before the break.
Hurricanes will play in a Region 10 tournament play-in game here at home. I believe that is scheduled for Monday. The time and opponent TBA, so keep your eyes on lchurricanes.com for more information.
Nice, nice.
So into the game, still the same 5 here for the Hurricanes. Harris, Isaiah Smith going to the basket, can't finish. Brown, Majette, and also McDonald. Three-pointer in the corner by Benitez.
That didn't hit anything.
Thought it was, and they said it was blocked, but it wasn't. And the bleacher creatures in the balcony up there letting them know about it.
Absolutely. And that shot, surprisingly, he's a good three-point shooter, but that shot barely made it to the backboard that time. So it didn't look like it was blocked, but something had to have happened there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Hurricanes looking to knock this 7-point deficit down a little bit. Here's Brown with it. Brown the fadeaway. McDonald pivoting, scoring on the second chance. McDonald with 4.
To go along with 3 rebounds, and they really need him to come alive. Close game. Some McDonald buckets will go a long way because points are definitely at a premium, especially in this first half.
Majette steps in front. Majette. And he will miss the dunk. McDonald wave it off. Offensive interference by Majette. He didn't let go of the rim, but Dunn was underneath him. I think he was trying to protect himself.
Absolutely. He definitely did not want to fall on Dunn. So, he was trying to play it smart, but you cannot hang on the rim. That's a cardinal rule when your team gets the ball to go back up.
And official explaining it to Bagwell, and he's trying to, and now a technical foul against Brian Bagwell.
That's a pretty interesting tech because when they called the tech, Bagwell was looking back at the bench, so he probably said something. And looks as if, I'm not sure which referee called it.
But either way, it will be free throws now for Burns. That's a technical foul on Brian Bagwell.
Oh, that was referee Brandon Ingram with the call there on the tech on Bagwell. And now Bagwell is really not having it. You might need to watch out before, they try to go and toss him on this very important game tonight.
He picked up a technical foul here at home on Saturday.
And I personally think Bagwell's a pretty calm guy, but he gives me reasons to change my mind.
Oh, he is a passionate coach. He's been in this Louisburg Hurricanes program for ever since 2014.
Absolutely.
Started on the women's side and took over as men's basketball coach and has had a lot of success here with Louisburg. And now
I wonder what's making them take this third free throw after the tech. A technical is usually 2 free throws, so it's kind of interesting to see.
Is it perhaps, I'm not sure if Bagwell was teed up twice? Need to get clarification.
I don't think he was. He would probably, 2 techs and you're out of here. So it's interesting because it seems as if Burns is about to shoot another free throw. So this is 4 free throws. I'm not sure what we missed there, Craig, but yeah. That's definitely what's going on here.
Try to get some clarification on that as Burns makes 3 of 4. And it will be Fayetteville Tech's basketball up by 8, 2:20 left in this first half. Fayetteville Tech now looking to increase this lead here after getting 3 free throws from Cameron Burns. Got clarification. Shout out to Coach Dennis Gaskins here in the Hurricane Club letting us know what happened. And Knott's with the steal, but a foul called on Smith down low. So again, 1 technical foul was called on Brian Bagwell. A second one called on assistant coach Ray Hartsfield.
And these refs are hearing it from the fans here. A couple boos, a couple jeers, Ray Mitchell was pulled right there on that rebound attempt, and on that steal attempt, I should say, and it's not sitting right with the faithful of the Hurricanes.
1-and-1 attempt missed by Mitchell, and now a foul down low on Lewis.
You know what
Crowd likes that.
What they like to say, ball don't lie. It was a tippy-tappy type of foul they called there. So Ray Mitchell missing the free throws was just the basketball guy staying on the Hurricane side.
Now here goes Nehemiah McDonald at the line, shooting a 1-and-1, looking to build on the lead. And, you know, early on we asked Coach Bagwell about the mental toughness it'll take to overcome the Trojans tonight. He touched on it a little bit, and their mental toughness is going to be tested here this evening.
Absolutely. One thing they have to do is make their free throws, though, as a miss right there just happened with Naima McDonald.
Counted in the foul for Burns.
Barnes is on a heater right now if you want to include those free throws. He has 5 of the last 7 points for the Trojans. And the Fayetteville faithful sitting over eating their pizzas are definitely still in the building, so the second half might get a little rowdy if Louisburg can keep it within distance.
Burns knocks down the free throw. He's got 9. He leads Fayetteville Tech. Mitchell with 8. It's been those two controlling things with 1:48 left until halftime. Hurricanes down by 11. This is Hurricanes men's basketball. One minute, 48 seconds left until halftime. Again, if you're watching the stream and experiencing any technical difficulties, it's not you, it's us here in the building at the Taylor Arena. We apologize for that. Hurricanes trailing by 11 with the basketball. Led in scoring by Nehemiah McDonald and Isaiah Smith with 4 points apiece.
The Hurricanes got it within 5, but a couple technicals later, it's back down to 11.
Out of bounds, it'll be Fayetteville Tech basketball, and a little sly smile on the face of Cam Burns, who may or may not have been hooking the arm of Smith trying to go for the offensive board.
If I was the Hurricanes, I'd just put Cameron Barnes on Cameron Barnes, and I feel as if that'll stop all.
Full court press by the Hurricanes, and Fayetteville breaks it. They get across half court. 75 seconds left until halftime.
Barnes and Isaiah Smith are getting a little chippy out there. A little point guard action.
10 on the shot clock. Mitchell now sent a house against Robbie Knotts, and a mismatch in the favor of Ray Mitchell. He finishes, and he's got 10.
Sometimes it doesn't matter how strong you are as long as you have a little length over someone. We all know Robbie Knox is a ox, but when you're near the goal and you're almost 7 feet, it's not that hard.
McDonald slicing, keeping the pivot foot. Will it count? Yes, it will. Counted in the foul.
Very good move there by McDonald. Coach Hurd is calling for a travel there, but the pivot was definitely kept by McDonald, and it's a nice layup there with about 36 seconds left this half.
It's 2 on Mitchell.
And McDonald and Mitchell, they haven't really been chirping or anything, but you can see the intensity in both of these guys when they're going against each other.
Oh, they know this gym is packed. Emotions are running high. It's sophomore night. This is the final game of the regular season in this building.
Absolutely. Luckily, the Hurricane faithful gets one more with the play-in game, but this last regular season game is definitely important to Bagwell and the guys.
Under 30 seconds left, and shot clock to game clock up a difference of about 5 and some change. 13 on the shot clock. This is Lyles. Throws up a wild shot, gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Lyles is weighing, about 6'3"? He's about 6'3", but he's very strong for his size. similar body build to Robbie Knotts and Christian Hodges. Just big burly guys who's just trying to move you out of the way and put the ball in the basket.
Lyles, 2 points in the game so far. He's going to be stuck there after the first free throw was no good.
It's been kind of hard to hit free throws down there with those guys behind the goal over there.
Lyles is a 69% free throw shooter. The Trojans as a team just under 72%, 71.7 if you want to be completely exact.
Cameron Burns tonight flirting with 300 points, as a miss right there has led to a rebound by Cameron Barnes of Louisburg.
Here comes Knotts, 7 and 6, 5 and 4. Timeout called Brian Bagwell with 4.9.
I must say Cameron Barnes for Louisburg has been having a very good, energetic game. Also, he hasn't had that much playing time so far, but he's been doing very good.
Again, stay here at halftime, folks. We're going to talk to head coach Dennis Gaskins Jr. of the Lady Hurricanes and get his thoughts on his 3 sophomores, on the season as a whole from a 30,000-foot view, and what's to come with the Region 10 tournament as well as 2026 and beyond. So we enjoyed talking to Coach Gaskins pregame. We'll have him join us right here at halftime. So stick around after this final 4.9, and we'll have Coach Gaskins on, as well as the second half plus stats and all the things you need to know.
Yes, sir. And Coach Gaskins and nationally ranked Hurricane ladies came back and got some revenge after losing to the Lady Trojans of Fayetteville earlier in the year, and came back and had a dominant victory today.
Ball stolen by Benitez, 3 and 2. Benitez lays it up and got it to go at the buzzer. That will count.
Way to end the half. Way to end the half for the Fayetteville Trojans, and they're going in with a little bit of momentum.
The Hurricanes, again, not the first half they wanted. They started very, very slow, worked their way back, but it's been Fayetteville Tech's half. In total, they lead by 12 here going into the break. Again, we'll have Coach Dennis Gaskins join us momentarily. The score at halftime, Fayetteville Tech 36, Louisburg College men 24. Stay here. We'll be back. It's Louisburg College men's basketball. All right, we're at halftime here at the Roger G. Taylor Arena. The Hurricanes trail 36-24 at the break. Alongside Avon Thomas, I'm CG Craig Green, and joining us here at the halftime break, the head coach of the Lady Hurricanes, the victorious Lady Hurricanes, Mr. Dennis Gaskins Jr. Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you for having me. It was a really strong showing by our ladies tonight. A very consistent game on both ends of the court. I couldn't ask for anything more for a sophomore night.
Absolutely. And Coach Gaskins, the first game was tooth and nail. Points came at a premium when you played Fayetteville in Fayettille. What do you think flipped the switch tonight and had you all come out and basically win by 30 and dominate every second of the game?
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong in that first game that we played against them. We couldn't finish. We were getting wide open layups at the basket at Fayetteville, and they just weren't falling. Uncharacteristic turnovers at Fayetteville. So they knew they couldn't follow that performance up with one just like it. So they came in locked in. They were focused, and again, it was sophomore night. So they had family and friends here, and we had a great crowd cheering us on. So I think that gave us a little energy boost there as well.
Absolutely.
And we were making our shots. So that's making shots is contagious.
Absolutely.
And so when we saw the first couple go in, and we got a couple of stops, we started to get into a rhythm, and it lasted through all the 4 quarters. So it was a really, really good, consistent game tonight.
Third quarter's been pretty strong for you last couple of outings, especially right here at home on Monday. I mean, you replicated it again tonight, 30 points in the third quarter. Talk to me about the adjustments you make at halftime to come out of the locker room guns blazing like that.
We call that the money quarter. It is our money quarter. It is the most important quarter in the game, I feel. Because teams go in and make adjustments, right? And so we go in and see what the team were doing and how they were successful in the first half, and then we make that adjustment. Then we also see where we need improvement from the first half, and we make those same adjustments as well. So that third quarter, at least the first 4 minutes of that third quarter is one of the most important times in the game, and we treat it as such. We definitely come out and, again, implement whatever the adjustments that we made during halftime, and execute those adjustments. And we've been doing it really well the last few games, and I commend my girls for that.
Absolutely. And now the tournament is right around the corner. Do you feel as if y'all definitely have some momentum right now, especially after this win? Do you feel as, being ranked in the overall in the whole nation and everything, do you feel as if y'all have a good chance to come out of this NJCAA Region 10? And if so, what do you think y'all have to do in order to, hold that trophy up at the end of the conference tournament?
Yeah, I think we're playing some really good basketball right now at the right time. So going into the tournament, everybody's clicking on all cylinders. Everybody has each other's back. Everybody's cheering each other on no matter how many minutes that they get. So you have to have a team like that if you're going to win a conference tournament. And so I think we are, poised to make a run in that tournament. But again, we have to be consistent. We have to play on both ends of the court. We can't let anyone outwork us, and we have to execute. If we do that, I think we have a good chance of winning. I'm not going to say we will win it all, but I think we have a good chance of winning if we can execute and play good, solid defense.
I totally agree with that.
We're going to give you kind of a two-part question here. So the first of it is, talk to me about your sophomores. I heard you mention a little bit on WIZF, talking about the importance of the sophomores, Corey White, Zamaya Adams, and also at the same time make your case for Nyla Powell as Region 10 Player of the Year.
So yeah, the sophomore class this year has been most important to us because they get everything going. Corey White starts us off with the shooting, Nyla gets the rebounds, and then at the end of the game, Nyla comes back and she takes over in the second half, and Z just plays solid defense on, their best player for the entire game. They don't get a break from her, so she's relentless on the defensive end. So they mean a lot to us in terms of our success. We couldn't have done it without them. We couldn't have done it without any one of them, and especially Nyla Powell. She's a walking double-double. In the first half, she had 13 rebounds, right? And so, she locks up, the post players down there. She's very active. She can jump laterally, so she gets a lot of those rebounds that other post players wouldn't. So she leads the league in field goal percentage. She leads the league in block shots. She leads the league in rebounds. I don't think we need to say anymore. She should definitely be the Player of the Year this year, in my opinion. I might be a little biased, but in my opinion, I think she should be.
Sounds like she's going to make a run at that Defensive Player of the Year, too.
She should.
Absolutely.
She absolutely should be looked at for that as well.
Definitely.
All right, well, Coach Dennis Gaskins, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck in the Region 10 tournament, and a fantastic way to close out this home schedule tonight. And, real quick while I've got you, keys to the second half for the Hurricane men to make a turnaround and get back into this ballgame.
Take care of the basketball. Stay in front and get the rebound. They might need Nyla out there to get a couple of rebounds and keep them off the glass.
Definitely.
Well, if she's got eligibility, I'm sure maybe Coach Bagwell might throw her in there. Yeah. Coach Gaskins, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you. Congrats on this successful season. Good luck in the Region 10 tournament. Go get them. We'll be watching.
Thank you. Roll Canes.
Thank you. Coach Dennis Gaskins Jr. joins us here at halftime. Appreciate his time and his energy. And we'll take a quick break, come back with some stats and some scores around Region 10. Hurricanes trail 36-24. This is Hurricanes basketball on Louisburg Sports Network. Hurricanes down here at the half by a score of 36-24. I'm CG Craig Green here at the break. Avon Thomas joining me here at the commentary table as well. Looking around Region 10, only one other game. No score reported just yet. Guilford Tech at Davidson Davie, that game nearing halftime. And speaking of halftime, Hurricanes led in scoring at the break by Nehemiah McDonald. He has 7 points. Isaiah Smith with 4. TJ Brown, Donovan Majette with 3 apiece. Barnes also with 3. Robbie Knotts with a single basket. And for Fayetteville Tech, on that side, Avon, the Trojans out to a pretty good start here, and a lot of it has to do with Ray Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, Ray Mitchell is picking up right where he left off from last time. These two teams played. Him and Nehemiah McDonald are going at it. But so far, Ray Mitchell has 7 rebounds unofficially, and he's about to – how many points does he have again there?
Mitchell has 10 points.
Okay, so he's working on a double-double, which he's probably going to get within the first 10 minutes of this second half. And I just feel as if Louisburg can come in and make other people look for their offense, they should be fine. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Hurricanes starting Majette, McDonald, Smith, not Robbie Knotts, TJ Brown, and Hodges.
And the guy with the hot hand in the first half to me was Cameron Barnes for Fayetteville's Cameron Barnes, that is. He's coming in and he's doing pretty good. And that was Ray Mitchell right there with another chippy, but he didn't get that one to go. Good defense that time by the Canes.
Yeah, Hodges there kind of to affect the shot a little bit. Hurricanes looking to break the ice in the second half. Hodges for 3 in the corner. Too strong. And now the run out by James. Jaden Dunn off balance. Hodges with the rebound. Again, Hurricanes can't afford another slow start in this second half like they had in the first half.
Absolutely not. Actually, they really need a big start, to be honest, because they already have themselves in a 12-point hole. But Bagwell's a very good move there.
Smith gets the bucket to fall.
Bagwell, just like Coach Gaskins, is very good at adjusting, so it's going to be interesting to see what type of intensity the Hurricanes come out with in the second half. So far, so good, though, if you ask me.
Burns driving and finishing. Burns has 11. He had 8 in the first half, 9 in the first half.
He's smiling. He's nodding his head. Cameron Burns is having a very good game for Fayetteville Tech. He's having a lot of fun out there. I think he thrives in pressure situations like this game right here.
12-point deficit for the Hurricanes. They've got the basketball. 90 seconds gone in this second half of action. Hurricanes again looking to even the score with Fayetteville Tech, as well as put themselves with a winning record at home. And the ball stolen by Lewis on the inbounds. Questionable 2.5 steps, and he finishes at the rim. Lewis with 4.
Yeah, definitely questionable. I think referee Brandon Ingram right there is going to give him a gather, which is definitely very questionable. But, hey, 2 points, 2 points.
Majette has been quiet, only 3 points in the first half. Smith, the fadeaway. No. Mitchell, another rebound. Lobbing up. James tried to sky it. Here's Jaden Dunn for 3. And Hodges stepped out of bounds. It'll stay with Fayetteville Tech.
Travion Lewis, his impact hasn't really went to the stat sheet tonight, but he's having a very good game guarding the perimeter for the Trojans. And so I thought that was about to be a 3 there by Jaden Dunn.
Dunn against Smith. And now it'll be Burns orchestrating. 7 on the shot clock. Burns gives it up. Corner 3 by James, and it's good. Caleb James, his first bucket of the game, and it's a triple, and it's a troublesome triple as the Trojans now toppling the Hurricanes up by 17.
It's a good shot by the second leading scorer for the Trojans, right behind Xavier Whitaker. That was a good shot right there also.
McDonald answers for the Hurricanes. They need more of that.
Absolutely.
Mitchell sets the screen. Now switch to get McDonald on Burns, and he beats McDonald to the basket. 13 for Burns. He leads all scorers.
Burns is having a very good game. He averages right around 11.5, so we know he can fill it up. But he also averages 5 assists per game. So it's good to see him being assertive, especially if you're Coach Brian Hurd.
Smith, the athletic, high-rising fadeaway. He's got 8. Now Hurricanes again looking for some answers on the defensive end to slow down the Fayetteville Tech Trojans. Burns for 3, fouled shooting it, and that's T.J. Brown out there committing the cardinal sin.
T.J. Brown just a little too aggressive on that closeout right there. He kind of landed in the zone where Burns was supposed to land, so I'm not mad at the refs for calling that foul at all.
So Burns back at the line again to shoot 3 free throws.
Fayetteville Tech is trying to take the air out of this packed crowd tonight. And so far so good, but something in me tells me that the Hurricanes are not going to go away quietly tonight. Let's hope not.
Burns is 6 of 8 from the line to this juncture with 2 free throws remaining.
And this really has been Burns who's been taking over the scoring range for the Trojans. He's getting to his spots very good. He's getting to the foul line. And it's something that Isaiah Smith and the rest of the guards from Louisburg is going to have to figure out.
Burns with 1 more free throw, looking for point number 16, and he got it.
Having a very good game.
The lead is up to 18. Hurricanes need to find answers. Smith, blocking foul against Burns. So Burns, unofficially, that's his first. And now Smith will go to the line for 2. He's the second leading scorer for the Hurricanes tonight with 8. McDonald has 9.
Isaiah Smith starting to come alive a little bit this second half, but the Tar Heels, I'm so sorry. Hey, we're in North Carolina, but the Hurricanes, they need more stops. You know, their offense is starting to click a little bit in this second half, but the defense is not as good as it was in the first half, as we saw the Trojans fail to get to 40 points in the first half.
Barnes back in, and Majette will take a seat. 9 points for Smith. And the Hurricanes still trailing by 17. Fayetteville Tech with Burns, Mitchell, James, Lewis out there, and also Jamari Brockington has entered the game. Brockington with his hands on it. 10 on the shot clock for the Trojans. Here comes Burns, lobs it up, and Caleb James says, "Thank you very much."
Well then, Caleb James, scoreless in that first half, but 5 quick ones in the second half, has him looking to hit his season average of 13.5 points a game.
McDonald, step back. Too strong. Smith, offensive rebound.
He had Torrey Brown.
Got it.
Very good. Isaiah Smith is a very good rebounder for a point guard.
Hurricanes are taking some makeable shots. They're not knocking them down, but to the credit of Fayetteville Tech, they're forcing them to take these mid-range jump shots and not letting them get to the basket.
Exactly, and another thing that the Hurricanes need to focus on is not letting Fayetteville Tech's guards get to their spots. And that, again, was a prime example of exactly what I was just saying, as Burns comes in, drives in, and gets fouled yet again.
That's 4 on Torrey Brown, and he will probably have to sit down for a good portion of the second half. We're at the under 16 timeout. We'll take it with them here. Hurricanes looking for answers, down by 17. All right, got a live score here out of Davidson-Davie in Thomasville. At halftime, Guilford Tech with a 1-point lead over Davidson-Davie at the half. It's Titans 35 and the Storm 34, getting ready to go to the second half of play.
That's pretty interesting. Guilford Tech looking to get a nice win on the road against a very good Davidson-Davie team.
At the line, what else is new? Cam Burns looking for more free throws.
And, I mean, you can't knock him, Craig. He's literally getting to his spot almost at will right now. The Hurricanes they're clicking on offense, but the defense is starting to lapse a little bit. And over the back right there on Ray Mitchell, of course. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Coach Bagwell and the Canes can get some stops, string together some stops and some buckets to get back into this game.
3 on Mitchell. We'll see if head coach Brian Hurd decides to continue to roll with him here. Probably no reason to take him out when you're up by 18 at this point. More size coming into the game. Here comes Logan Ware, 6'8" out of Panther Creek High School. Just when you thought the trees couldn't get any taller.
And I actually saw Logan Ware play last year at the John Wall Classic in Raleigh. And he had a double-double in one of those games against some very good competition. So he's definitely a solid big man off the bench for Fayetteville Tech.
Ball hit above the partition on the Knott's three-pointer. Turnover, Hurricanes give it away again. Empty possessions, 1 and out. Recipes for disaster in the cookbook of Brian Hurd for the Hurricanes.
And the Hurricanes, they just need to calm down. You know, everybody come to collective. We still have over 14 minutes of game to be played. Rebound there by Carmen Barnes of LC.
And there's Hodges. That's his first basket of the game. He's got 4. If Hodges can get going here, that could also be the spark that the Hurricanes could use.
Absolutely. And now with Ray Mitchell and Cameron Burns out, it's an opportunity for the Canes to get right back into this game. They got the stop they needed, but there is Logan Ware on the floor for a nice rebound.
And now Hodges is down and he is hurt.
Now we know.
He's a little banged up. I think he's going to get up under his own power. I think it took a knock upside the head. He says he's okay.
I was going to say, we know how limited LC is due to their already existing injuries. So someone that they really need right now is Hodges.
Jade Braswell, again, number 1 on the roster, one of the point guards of the Hurricanes, a starting point guard. Injured, out for the remainder of the season, torn labrum in his hip, and will have surgery. He will obviously miss the Region 10 tournament, and hopefully will be able to come back better than ever at the beginning of next season.
And he was a very key contributor for the first 22 games of the year, averaging 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists, with also having 29 steals on the year for the Canes. So Braswell is definitely missed. And, of course, the other Knicks that they have, we have guys playing banged up right now, So it's been a very injury-filled season for Coach Bagwell.
McDonald will be called for the foul against Logan Ware. McDonald was the one who he got thrown away from the play. Tangled up with Ware, but the foul will go against 24 and White. Benitez fouled by Barnes. 2 free throws coming.
Now, here is a point of the game where it's starting to get a little chippy. A lot of fouls have been called on both sides. Louisburg thrives in those type of situations at times. So it's going to be interesting to see, again, like if they can get some stops. I know I keep repeating that, but stops is what's imperative right now. You can score all the points you want, but if you're down 16, 17 and not getting any stops, you're not gaining any ground, So let's see what they can do here in the last 14 minutes and some change.
Benitez continues the free throw train for Fayetteville Tech.
Yeah, they've taken double what Louisburg has taken so far tonight, it seems.
It's their 13th made free throw of the game. Benitez 2 for 2, 14 of 22 from the line are the Trojans unofficially in this ball game. 6 minutes gone, 14 left. Hurricanes down big, and they've got to stop the bleeding somehow, some way. Knotts inside McDonald, fouled. Will it go against Dunn or will it be against Ware? It will be Ware. Ware's first. And Hurricanes will inbound underneath their basket, underneath the Trojans' basket. Nice pass inside, Isaiah Smith. No, 3 Hurricanes chasing down a loose ball. Second chance for Louisburg. Smith with it. Smith against Lewis. Gets a screen from McDonald. Smith fouled by Ware.
Very big opportunity right there to hit a 4-point play, but going to the line for 3. And that's a good start for the Hurricanes if they try to get back into this game.
You know, quite often, you know, UI and Petey Doris, who's out on assignment, will talk about points scored when the clock is stopped while you're trailing. And words never so true at this moment in the ball game for Louisburg. They need points in the worst way.
Absolutely.
Because you are in danger of losing here at home on sophomore night. Again, Fayetteville Tech would love to go home with a split on the way back to the 9-1-0. Can the Hurricanes shut the door on them and, again, even the record on both sides between men's and women's basketball, get 1 win apiece?
I feel as if the Canes want to get back in this game, the first number 1 thing they should try to focus on is stopping Cameron Burns from getting to the line or just getting to his spot altogether, as Isaiah Smith hits the first one.
Smith shoots 65% from the free throw line, averaging just under 7, right at 17 points a game, shoots 45% from the field. He's had some monster games this season for Louisburg. Right now he's the leading scorer on the night, 13 points, 1 more free throw coming. Against Catawba Valley just the other day on Monday, he had 29 in a loss.
Got all 3 free throws to go right there, so let's see if they can get some stops now. Fayetteville Tech has been handling the ball pretty good tonight, hasn't really been turning it over too much. Not since the beginning of the game when both teams couldn't hold on to the ball.
Looked like Burns took about 4.5 steps and he gets to the basket and scores.
Yeah,
He's got 19.
Yeah,
Turnover.
The refs are definitely holding their whistle and letting these 2 rivals play right now.
And Fayetteville Tech has had the momentum for basically the entire game, has led the entire way.
Hey, I finally get Cameron Burns on Cameron Barnes.
Benitez for 3, no. Inside rebound, Travion Lewis puts home the second chance.
And
It's gone from bad to worse for the Hurricanes.
And again, this is what we were talking about with Coach Bagwell at halftimes of the girls' game. We have to be more physical or just as physical as Fayetteville Tech tonight, and that has not been the case so far.
Majette back into the game, offensive rebound, and it's fouled. Dunn was in the area. Will he get the foul?
I like the lineup that Louisburg is going with right now. Again, we all know that they don't have a traditional big for the team. They like to run Nehemiah and even Christian at the 5 sometimes. But
Majette has a stretch 4, stretch 5 as well.
Absolutely, and I feel as if with Majette, Cameron Barnes, Robbie Knox, and Isaiah Smith, I feel like that's a good defense. And of course Nehemiah McDonald. I feel like the defense of this 5 right here is definitely one of the best defensive units of Coach Bagwell and the Hurricanes, but got to hit your free throws. That was a miss.
And the Jet misses and tipped out of bounds by the Hurricanes, and Fayetteville Tech will take over. Still an 18-point lead. Plenty of time for the Hurricanes, but again, they cannot let time waste away here. They've got to execute. They've got to stop the Trojans from scoring. And here, once again, the catalyst of it all, Cam Burns.
Absolutely. And Burns, he had double figures last time they played, but he wasn't the key guy like he is today.
Jaden Dunn for three, no. Knotts chasing down the rebound. Will the Hurricanes push the pace? Tried to thread the needle inside to McDonald. He had a couple of options. He had Barnes on the outside, McDonald on the inside. He chose the latter, could not execute, and will take the under 12-minute timeout. With 11:56 on the game clock, Hurricanes down by 18. This is Louisburg College men's basketball. The Hurricanes are looking for answers here in the second half against the Fayetteville Tech Trojans. Again, back on January 30th, the Hurricanes were defeated by Fayetteville Tech by a score of 97-82. Again, in that game, the leading scorer for tonight's game, Isaiah Smith, in that ball game, he had 20 against Fayetteville Tech, 3 of 7 from three-point range as well. And they will need all of that and then some tonight here, Avon, if they're going to make a comeback.
Absolutely, and Smith is starting to assert himself a little bit more in the second half, as is the whole team, to be honest, but it's just the defense. Fayetteville is a team of getting into your spot. And you can tell that that's what Coach Hurd wants them to do, and getting to their spot is exactly what they've been doing tonight.
Find your spot, take your shot. That's what, as a youth basketball coach, I tell my kids the exact same thing.
Absolutely.
13 on the shot clock for the Trojans. Burns, the orchestrator, gives it up. Benitez with 7 and 6. Benitez drives to the basket, beats Knotts to the spot, and he scores. And Benitez with 9, and the lead is now up to a dub.
Yep, that happened pretty quickly. Pretty close at halftime, but I feel as if Louisburg can have one more run as long as they stay persistent.
23-15 lead in the score column in the second half for Fayetteville Tech, and another 1 and out that time for the Hurricanes. Again, they're just struggling to find answers here and struggling to find solutions as well. Here's Burns. A little give and go, gets it back, trying to draw a mismatch. There's Mitchell against Majette. Benitez with 10. They're moving the ball around. Knotts staying right there with Burns. 3-ball in the corner by Benitez, in and out. Knotts with the board. Hurricanes need a basket. Feel like a broken record saying that. Foul on the floor. Stoppage of play. And the foul will go against Benitez for a block. That'll be foul number 2 on Benitez. Hodges back in the game. T.J. Brown sitting on 4 fouls, skating on thin ice. Coming in, and he will inbound. They want to keep him in for offense. Don't be surprised if Bagwell takes him out for defense. Majette, wide open for 3. You know it. You give him the spot, let him take the shot. He's going to knock it down more often than not. And that is 7 points for Majette. That's his second 3 of the game.
Good shot right there by Majette. He's another guy who I feel as if might need to get a little bit more assertive in the second half, just to try to lead a comeback.
Burns against Brown. Brown still in the game with 4 fouls. Benitez. Shot clock violation. Good defense by the Hurricanes.
That's very good defense, and that's all that the Hurricanes have to do. Just strap up. I know it's not as easy as it sounds, but if you strap up, you win. Defense wins championships is what they like to say.
Appreciate all of you sticking with us here through the technical difficulties. Again, had a little internet issues here in the gym, and that seems to be corrected. We are back live again. Here's Isaiah Smith for 3, in and out. Hurricanes trying to crash the boards, but instead it's Dunn of the Trojans who corrals it. And now here's Burns on the run out. 3-pointer in the corner by James. Too strong, and Smith crashing and getting the rebound for Louisburg.
Jaden Dunn getting the rebound as the smallest guy on the floor.
1 and out for the Hurricanes is Smith missing the layup.
We needed that one. We needed that one. That would have been huge.
11 minutes gone, 9 minutes left.
And just like Coach Gaskins was saying about the first time they played Fayetteville Tech in Fayetteville, just a lot of stuff didn't go their way. And tonight, watching this game, you know, it's a lot of stuff that's not going the way of the Hurricanes tonight, but that can change because it's still a lot of game to be played.
Brown, really good defense to avoid that 5th foul. Brown thought about it. Nehemiah.
Little contact there. Rebound by Ray Mitchell. That's number 8 for him unofficially.
He's done a really good job of boxing out the Hurricanes. And finishing at the rim, nifty finish by Caleb James. He's got 7, all of them here in the second half. The lead is 19 for the Hurricanes. He's got McDonald clapping for the ball wide open in the corner and decided to go to his right. The ball tipped out of bounds. Substitutions coming in. Here comes Knotts. Here comes Harris. Brown will take a seat. Hodges, Knotts, Majette, McDonald, and James Harris out there for the Hurricanes.
And, you know, I'm not sure why he looked off Nehemiah right there, but that was a very routine pass. And it just kind of just sailed over the player there, and that was pretty interesting. That was an interesting situation right there. You see a guy open and you throw it to another open guy, but he just couldn't catch it. McDonald
called for a foul on the inbounds. 3 on McDonald, not the kind of foul that, you know, you would love to get that foul back. That's where you draw a foul as you're guarding the inbounds. Mitchell against Hodges, and Mitchell again is a mismatch for everybody. He scores right over top of Christian Hodges. He's got 12.
He has such a soft touch around the rim. Such a soft touch. He doesn't really shoot many threes, but around the rim, he's cash. Double there, and they called a
jump ball.
Yep, a jump ball.
And we'll take a timeout here. It's the under 8 timeout. We'll stay right here, Avon, and talk a little bit about this 21-point lead that's been built by Fayetteville Tech. One of the things that you've noticed that they've done well in this game in order to build this lead and have the capability of sustaining it.
One thing I noticed is just the physicality. Coach Bagwell knew it before the game started. You know, this is a very physical team. They have big guards. They have tall, linky big men in the paint. You know, they're not that strong in the paint, but they're very tall. And when it comes to basketball, if you're short with strength and tall with a little bit of strength, if you're a center and all you have to do is go up and just lay it up, you know, hey, height wins. So it's a very interesting situation that the Hurricanes have gotten themselves into, but you got to give kudos to the Trojans for keeping their foot on the gas and not letting up tonight.
Out there in Thomasville, quick score update for all of you who are interested in what's going on out there with Davidson-Davie and Guilford Tech. The Storm have stormed their way back, and now they lead 44-40 in the early stages of the second half. It's the only other Region 10 men's basketball game on tonight's schedule. And again, Hurricanes, this is their final game of the regular season here at home. They are set to take on, to host a Region 10 play-in game here. I believe that game will take place on Monday. time and opponent TBA, please check in to lchurricanes.com. You will get all the updates you need there in terms of the broadcast, ticket information, and etc. Inbounds pass deflected by Brockington. 17 on the shot clock for the Hurricanes. And now it looks like the shot clock will be reset. Down to 16. Hurricanes down by 21. They need a basket right here, right now. They cannot afford to have many more empty possessions. McDonald trying to jump through the paint, fouled by Dunn.
One thing I can say about McDonald today tonight is that he has definitely been aggressive. He's been driving a lot, trying to get the foul. Granted, a lot of those calls haven't been going his way, even though it has been some contact. But, you know, he's playing very aggressive tonight. He's trying to go right at Ray Mitchell. But, you know, sometimes you got to get it out the mud, man. You got to get it out the mud because sometimes it's a little difficult to get going. And that's one of those things tonight. It's sophomore night. You know, the girls just came out and they were over there cheering for them a lot. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get back into this game with, you know, I hope they're not running out of energy. It don't seem like they are, but, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of energy to get back into the game, and then you run out of energy by the time the game is tied, you know. So it's an interesting situation here for Coach Bagwell, but he's a very good coach, and I have the utmost belief in him.
Blood on the jersey of McDonald. Had to get that cleaned up. They had Smith ready to check in, but referees said that Nehemiah's good to go. And free throws now coming for McDonald after the foul on Dunn. Nehemiah here last Saturday against Cleveland Community College instantly became my daughter's favorite player. He had a steal and a tomahawk dunk right here in front of her, on top of the fact that one of her best friends at school's name is Nehemiah as well.
It works out perfectly.
And Mr. McDonald knocks down 2. He's got 11 in this game. And Hurricanes have a long way to go before they can make the comeback, and they don't have very much time to do it.
They do not. And it'll be interesting to see if the Trojans ran out of a little bit of gas here also, as they have not been scoring with the efficiency as they were in the beginning of the game. So
Mitchell against 3 Hurricanes, and he's fouled, hits the deck. That thud you heard was Big 35 hitting the floor, and the foul on Majette.
Mitchell is a very good roller. I saw kind of right there, Burns was just like, go ahead. And he rolled to the basket with precision. He got it right to him, and it led to a foul. And it was a good play call. You know, Mitchell has been rolling to the paint a lot tonight, and it's been very good. It's a very good strategy, and it's working pretty good.
He's very smooth. I've noticed that. He's very, very smooth in his movements. He's very fluid. I think for a guy his size, his length, he's very graceful.
Absolutely.
And, you know, he's a very good player in this system for Brian Hurd.
He definitely is, averaging 12 points and right about 9 rebounds a game this year.
I think he might have had 9 rebounds in the first 7 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. It seems like that way anyways, but, you know, very good rebounder, very soft touch around the rim. He's a very good player for Coach Brian Hurd.
The deficit is 21. Doesn't seem to be lighting up any. Fayetteville Tech, again, looking to get the sweep over the Hurricanes and ruin sophomore night. There's a turnover.
I wonder how many deflections Fayetteville Tech has had tonight, because a lot of the passes have been tipped and turned over also. It's not really much so, you know, people getting plucked, and, you know, it's been interesting to see how the Canes try to keep up with the Trojans, as a foul right there goes on number 4, Christian Hodges, I'm sorry.
And Brockington will go to the line for 2, looking for his first points of the game. Brockington on the scoreboard with his first points.
Averaging
out
right
of Lumberton.
Averaging right around 4 points and 2 assists a game. Backup point guard. That 6 foot height on the roster is a little generous, if you ask me, for Jermel Brockington.
Well, hey, Charles Barkley was 6'6" in the NBA. He was probably about 6'3" in real life.
Probably the best 6'3" rebounder you'll ever see.
A round mound of rebound from Leeds, Alabama. Hodges met at the rim by Mitchell.
Clean
Run out
up.
here by the Trojans, and skying to the rim one more time is Caleb James. He got way above the rim.
Bunnies. Definitely has bunnies, and James is nearing his season average of around 13 points a game.
Majette lost it on the way up. Another turnover. Looking at the Hurricanes here, seeing what their energy levels like, their facial expressions. They seem dialed in and focused, but also maybe slightly disappointed. They didn't see this coming at all. In a 25-point deficit here. Again, they just have been super flat tonight.
I agree, and I love to try to figure out what's going on when teams aren't playing to their best ability, and when you have a packed house, sophomore night, that can be a good thing, but that can also be a bad thing for a home team. I remember when UNC came in and beat Duke on Coach K's final home game, and they had all the alums there and all this type of stuff, and they kind of, they just, I don't want to say choked. They just lost the game. They could have played better. And I feel like Louisburg is kind of in the same boat tonight. We have a big crowd. And, they just could have played a little better tonight. But luckily, they still have more basketball to be played this year. And I still have confidence in Coach Bagwell and the team.
Trying to clean up some condensation on the floor. But while we have a moment, we'll take one more look here at the score in Thomasville. And again, Guilford Tech falling behind to Davidson Davie, score of 52-47, 14 minutes left in that ball game. Then on the Region 10 scoreboard here, looking here at the entirety of the scoreboard. On the women's side, a couple of scores. Wake Tech survives at home against Guilford Tech. The Eagles over the Trojans, 56-53. Out in Shelby, the Yetis, Cleveland Community College, all over Richard Bland by a score of 86-66. And of course, right here earlier tonight, 87-61, Lady Hurricanes over Fayetteville Tech. The Trojan men here putting the hammer down on the Hurricanes. And again, remember the Hurricanes started off really slow, about 8.5 minutes before scoring in the first half. And
Absolutely. And that was the thing and one there for Ray Mitchell. And that was the thing. The game started slow. And it's actually interesting because Coach Bagwell has his guys scoring right around about 67 points a game. But tonight, they just cannot seem to get the ball in the hoop at a high rate.
Mitchell misses the free throw, the foul on Barnes, on Majette, that is.
Yeah, Louisburg is averaging 84 points a game. And the fact that they only have 46 right now is astounding. And it's a testament to how good Brian Hurd has his defense playing over out in Fayetteville. Because 44 points for this high-octane offense of the Hurricanes is almost unheard of.
They count the bucket and the foul. And McDonald going to the line for one. He's got 13 in the game. And now he's level with Smith at 14 apiece.
One thing I like about this Hurricanes team is they don't give up. They don't give up. They don't look at the score. I remember even when they were on the opposite side of a blowout, when they were at Johnson Community College earlier this year, they did not let up. That was a very good take right there by Jeremiah Brockington. They did not let up when they were down, when they were up by a lot against Johnson Community College, and they're not giving up tonight, even though they're down by a lot to Fayetteville Tech.
Got to continue to play through it.
Absolutely.
See what you got here. You know, we talk about the mental toughness. That was a big talking point for Coach Bagwell again, not only with us here at halftime, but also talking to the good folks at WIZS earlier in the week. As Smith, too strong and foul on the rebound action. And it will go against Majette, I believe. But again, the mental toughness he talked about, he said, it's one thing to emulate your favorite player's best moves on the court. He said, how about emulating the NBA mindset of we're not out of it, and the mental toughness when you're down big and still fighting hard.
Absolutely. And you can tell that Coach Bagwell has his guys living by that, as they are still trying hard, even though the results aren't where they want it to be at. Good rebound by McDonald there. But it's still.
Yeah, Brockington got the steal after the missed free throw.
Now, luckily for the Canes, they get to play again. You know, they get to play again. Coach Bagwell gets to take these guys to practice and see if he can figure something out, because you never know. They might have to meet this Fayetteville team again in the conference tournament next week.
Burns. Brockington, no. Mitchell puts it back home. Ray Mitchell with 18. Burns with 19. They've led the way for Fayetteville Tech. It's been the inside-outside game of the Trojans, and it's caused a whole world of problems for Louisburg College tonight.
We have an unofficial 10 rebounds for Ray Mitchell also, which I feel like he might have a little bit more than that. And it's just a matchup, man. The height difference between Christian Hodges and Ray Mitchell. Ray is very good at guarding people smaller than him height-wise. I noticed that about him, and he's also very good at using his height as his advantage.
Take a quick break here. 3:49 on the game clock. Hurricanes down by 28. This is Louisburg College men's basketball. It'll be Fayetteville Tech basketball coming out of the timeout. CG Craig Green and my tag team partner Avon Thomas are here in the Roger G. Taylor Arena on the campus of Louisburg College, the heart of Franklin County, Louisburg, North Kakalaka.
Yes, sir.
And Fayetteville Tech continues to attack. Zakimius McLean in the game, and he gets his first 2 points.
He's a sophomore that came in from UNC Pembroke. UNC Pembroke, who is a good Division II team in the regular NCAA.
Off the side of the backboard for Smith, offensive board, Nehemiah McDonald fouled on the rebound. And I believe he'll take 2 free throws. Give that foul to Mitchell. That's 4 on Mitchell.
With the sophomores, it's definitely interesting to see what they're going to do after they leave, especially Nehemiah McDonald, someone who I can see playing at a very high level. Don't get me wrong, all of the sophomores can play at a high level, but when you look at them, James Stanley, reserve point guard, he's pretty good. It's interesting to see what he's going to do, as well as Christian Hodges. He's a redshirt sophomore, and I'm pretty sure he still wants to play. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys decide to do, and it's going to be very interesting to see on social media in the coming months to see where these guys decide to go and play 4-year ball at.
Blocking foul called on Lyles, and it appears that Brian Hurd has called the dogs off as he has inserted an entirely new unit of players. Lyles with the foul, and TJ Brown going to the line for 2, but Lyles joined on the floor by Ivy, as well as Garrett Morgan making his first appearance in tonight's ball game on the floor for Fayetteville Tech.
And this is an eye-opener for the Canes, but I mean they had a lot of those this year due to the fact of injuries. They haven't been full strength in a very long time. We have guys fighting through injuries tonight, so they're doing what they can. They have an injury bug. You know, Braswell is still out. They lost 3 straight to Catawba Valley, Cleveland, Bryan, and Stratton, and now going to their 4th straight loss. But that's not a testament to the heart of these guys and how hard these guys play night in and night out.
5-second call against the Trojans. Again, they've got nothing but second and third unit players in the game. Julian Mack was in the game and just took a seat. Joshua Alford into the game for Fayetteville Tech. Majette launches, fires, knocks it down. 3 minutes left, and Majette up to 10.
And if everything works out, you can get Donovan Majette, Jade Braswell, and Isaiah Smith back next year if you're Coach Bagwell, and you have a good core to work with.
Counted in the foul for Lyles.
You know, McDonald will be gone and a couple more guys, but Louisburg is one of the best recruiting junior colleges on the East Coast. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see what's next to come, especially after this sophomore night right here for Bagwell and the guys, because we know Bagwell will be back.
Another free throw knocked down by the Trojans.
And to get that wiped up right there, it was just a slip by Donovan Majette, just trying to inbound the ball. So maybe it's the shoes or maybe it's a little wet. They're testing out the area, and it seems as if it's good. Referee Brandon Ingram is now about to give Isaiah Smith the ball so we can continue this last 2 minutes and 46 seconds of gameplay.
Well, while we have some time here, want to give out some shout-outs to the folks here at Louisburg College for
Absolutely.
being so gracious to us, so helpful, as TJ Brown knocks down the triple. He's up to 8. But definitely want to shout out Athletic Director Mike Holloman and also Assistant AD Jason Rasnake, again, who's been super helpful to us all season long, so supportive as McDonald flushes. He's got 18. Also, big shout outs to head coach Brian Bagwell, Ray Hartsfield, alongside David Bagwell as well. And also shout outs to head coach Dennis Gaskins Jr., Marcel Webster, the assistant coach, and trainers and head trainer Chris Outlaw for taking care of the staff. Also, shout outs to the softball team, the volleyball team for running concessions, running the scores table. Make sure all of us are getting what we need here. And also want to thank all of you for tuning in each and every ball game through HE double hockey sticks or high water. You've been here all season long. Technical issues, what have you. Again, we appreciate all of you for your time, your passion, your energy for Hurricanes basketball all season long. And again, the Hurricanes will be back here. This is not their last game of the season, but they'll be back in the Region 10 tournament in a play-in game at a minimum. McDonald took a shot to the face after the rebound. And looks like a foul will be called. And that foul will go against Ivy.
Also, a rest in peace to Mr. Mark Joyner. When I was just a little regular old Louisburg Hurricane, he allowed me to come in and do my work study with him, calling games about 15 years ago now and running the camera. I'm grateful to still be doing the same thing, but Mr. Mark Joyner was the first person who believed in me when it comes to doing broadcasting and everything behind the scenes. And here I am. I'm still at it, so I definitely appreciate him. Me and him used to sit right here where me and you are right now, Craig, and work games when I was a student, and he's really missed for sure.
Well said. And also, while we're at it, give a shout out to our guy, Petey Doris. Again, out on assignment tonight.
Absolutely.
You know, Petey is somebody who I met back in 2022. This is our 4th year working together, doing basketball games. We started together. Our first game together was when I was the play-by-play voice for Blue Lights College in Apex, and they were playing against Johnson Community College in a non-conference game in the 2022-2023 season in Selma. A game that went down to the wire. I'll never forget it. It was a 105-103 win for JCC, a three-pointer with about 5 seconds left. And that's how they beat the Thoroughbreds that day. But, again, Petey, thanks so much again for your time, your energy, again, the connection and the friendship. So thanks so much. You know, hope you're out enjoying your time away. I know you're on assignment, so appreciate you, you know, tuning in and all the help and all the guidance you've given. So, again, want to just shout out everybody while we're here and while we have the opportunity. And, you know,
Absolutely.
Again, all the fans in the building and everyone has been so helpful, and, you know, very grateful to have this platform to bring basketball to all of you here as well.
Absolutely.
But, again, the season's not over. I mean, it's, you know, it's the end of the regular season, but the postseason is fixing to begin, and the Hurricanes still have a lot of meat left on the bone. A.D. Maber is in the game now for the Hurricanes.
And he's a very interesting prospect, and I'm very interested to see how he's going to play next year if he decides to come back to Louisburg.
And one. Jaden Lyles scores. And counted, that'll be against McDonald. That's 4 against Nehemiah. Also into the game for the Hurricanes is Lonnie Deloach has entered the ball game for the Hurricanes.
Yep, Lonnie Deloach.
Yep, out of Newport News, Virginia.
He came onto the team a little late this year, and I feel as if he's going to be a big factor next year also for Coach Bagwell. And, yeah, like you said, Craig, this is the last regular season game, but this is not the last game. So it's definitely important for the guys to stay focused, and let's try to get this win, starting with as
the Trojans, they don't turn their defense off. And Logan Ware gets his first 2 points, and that roar you heard was the collective Trojan horse on the side of us, on the side of the bench there. Smith is fouled.
I've noticed their eyes light up every time Logan Ware gets the ball. And I was wondering, is he going to get an opportunity to get a bucket tonight? And there it is. And it's pretty cool to see the two tallest guys on both teams go at it right now. Logan Ware, 6'8", out of Panther Creek and Cary, and Agwan Ding Mabiar, who is from South Sudan. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, man. Please don't be mad.
Big AD out there.
Big AD. I like that.
Yep.
I like that. Big AD. Oh, and he almost
Offensive
had
action.
a bucket.
Puts it up. The shot blocked. Loose on the floor. Maber chasing it down and traveling. Turnover. Crowd got loud. You can hear the Lady Hurricanes cheering for Maber and Deloach to get their hands on the ball and get in the scoring column.
Absolutely.
And this is their chance here.
I think the gym will still get extremely loud if Big AD can get him a bucket. Or Deloach.
Deloach, baseline. Deloach, too strong. And Brown fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. Foul by Ware.
And as you see, with the guys diving on the floor, Mabar diving on the floor, and, you know, Deloach driving strong, great rebound by T.J. Brown there. It shows that Coach Bagwell makes sure that regardless of the score, his guys do not give up.
T.J. Brown rattles home the first.
Isaiah Smith having a little chat over there with Fayetteville Tech, but it's all fun and games. A lot of smiles both ways between him and the bench.
Brown fighting hard, gets the rebound back and scores.
Torrey Brown has collected some rebounds in the last couple of minutes.
Under a minute left. And the Trojans going to pass it around here a little bit. They could be just running the shot clock out. Lobs it up.
Oh.
It's going up top for Morgan.
I was not expecting.
Maber is all alone. Maber, will he finish? Got blocked. But a foul. And Maber will go to the line for two. The Fayetteville Tech bench wants an answer. They can't believe it.
They were ecstatic right there. And even the couple baseball players and the girls team for Louisburg stood up too to see if Big AD can get a bucket tonight.
Let's see if Maber can put home the free throw. No.
And he, I feel as if Maber, with a little more polishing, he will definitely be a key contributor next year for Coach Bagwell also. That free throw looked pretty good, but he couldn't get it to go.
And this is his 7th game of the season that he's appeared in.
Yes, sir, and he's playing with a lot of energy, as well as Nehemiah and the starters that are still in the game, him and Isaiah, fighting to the last whistle. And
no curtain call by Coach Bagwell. He's going to let his guys play it out here.
Yeah, I don't
get those last minutes on the court. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't think Bagwell is in the best of moods neither, especially with the referees tonight. So he's probably like, you know what, just stay out there. But they are not dead. They live to see another day. This play-in game, I will make sure I'm in attendance on Monday, and we're going to hope for the best. The reinforcements are coming back slowly but steadily. Not all of them, but some of them for the Hurricanes, so it's definitely going to make them more competitive. Tonight,
second free throw by Lyles is good. 8.6 on the clock, and this third unit of Fayetteville Tech pressing lobs it up. McDonald with the flush.
that's a way to end your home games as a Louisburg Hurricane. A little extracurricular activity after the play, but it's all fun and games. A lot of smiles. Well, from Fayetteville, that is. You know, Louisburg back to the drawing board, but they do live to see another day.
And looks like that bucket, I believe it will count it.
They counted it?
I think they did.
Oh, wow. Oh.
So final score here tonight on sophomore night, Fayetteville Tech all over Louisburg by a final score of 88-67. And Avon has the final point numbers here for Fayetteville Tech.
Yes, sir. For Fayetteville Tech, Benitez finished with 9. Cameron Barnes finished with a game-high 19 for the Trojans. Braden Ivey came in to get 1 point. Xavier Whitaker, the leading scorer, who's averaging 17 points a game, he got hurt. So he didn't play the rest of the game, but they really didn't need him tonight. He finished off with 5. Jamel Brockington ended off with 4. McLean ended off with 2. Travion Lewis had 6. Garrett Morgan had 1. Logan Ware had 2. Jaden Lyles had 8. Caleb James had 9. Oh, Jaden Lyles had 9. I do apologize. Caleb James had 9 also. Ray Mitchell, the big guy in the middle, had 18 to go along with an unofficial 10 rebounds. And Jaden Dunn, the transfer from Johnson Community College, had 2 points off the bench.
Again, just like you said, they really didn't need Whitaker in the second half whatsoever, one of their starters. Again, he went down in the first half with that shoulder injury, and, hopefully he will be okay for the Region 10 tournament. The Hurricanes, again, on the opposite side, Nehemiah McDonald led the way, 22 points for Louisburg, 11 points for T.J. Brown, 10 for Donovan Majette. And actually on the other side, Isaiah Smith had 15 for Louisburg. Again, the second half, the Hurricanes gave up 53 points to Fayetteville Tech. They were outscored 53-43, and they never led at all during this ball game. And again, you know, it could be one of those games where you just burn the tape.
Absolutely. And I feel as if, you know, the Hurricanes still have a lot of fight. They have a lot of tread on the tires. So I feel as if, you know, hey, you never know what can happen this upcoming week in the conference tournament. The NJCAA is a very strong athletic association, and Region 10 is one of the strongest regions out of it all. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this goes. You know, we're rooting for the Hurricanes all the way. But, hey, postseason play, here we come.
Well said, and that will do it from Louisburg, North Carolina here at the Roger G. Taylor Arena. Again, final score tonight, Fayetteville Technical Community College 88, Louisburg College 67. And again, for my tag team partner, Avon Thomas, for assistant AD Jason Raysnake, and everyone else here at Louisburg College, including AD Mike Holloman. Want to thank all of you again for your time and your energy. One more time, the final score, 88-67 in favor of Fayetteville Tech. Keep your eyes open to lchurricanes.com for information on the Hurricane men's basketball team's play-in game, which will take place here Monday, time and opponent TBD. So again, thanks again for tuning in to Louisburg College men's basketball. I'm CG Craig Green for Avon Thomas. Sayonara and buenos noches.